Hello everyone, welcome to the Green Man. Hope you're all good and well. So from today you'll notice I'm trying a slightly new format for the videos going forwards in the hope that this slightly improves the audio and visual quality of the videos. And today I am reviewing the newest album from Oceans of Slumber, Starlight and Ash, which came out today on Century Media Records, and the album is 11 tracks and 50 minutes in length. And you know, I'm a pretty big fan of these guys. I think I might mention before when I was saying 5 albums I was really looking forward to. I really like their album The Banished Heart a lot, and I think that with this album this is stylistically a little different from their previous albums on the whole. It has a kind of open road feel to it. You know, there's a lot of, it is quite generally quite a softer album compared to some of their more sort of, you know, some of the heavier albums they've done in the past. I think you know, they get put under the umbrella, the massive umbrella that is progressive metal, yet you know, they are a very versatile band, so it always feels like you've got to be careful just saying it, they are just such and such, because Oceans of Slumber are a versatile band that can, you know, cross over into other kind of types and styles of music quite easily, because I think they have that ability to do that. And a big feature, you know, a bit like when I was talking about Evergrey and the Evergrey ranking that I did recently, you know, the vocalist here is one of the big stars, I think, of this band. She has an amazing voice, very big range. And in fact, speaking of Evergrey, they did do a collaboration for a song, I think. I think it was on The Banished Heart. I think it was No Colour, No Light. And that was an amazing combination of Tom England's and Cammy Gilbert's vocals on that track, so check that out if you haven't before. But anyway, I'm here to talk about the new album today, Starlight and Ash. This follows on from their 2020 self-titled album. It is, as I say, it is a bit of a deviation, a bit of a detour from anything I think that they've done before. It has this open road feel. There's lots of really crisp sounding open chords to accompany the powerful vocals of Cammy. It's a very moody album. And yeah, slightly less kind of on the heavy side, I would say, than what we've generally seen from Oceans of Slumber before. But there are a couple of tracks that come towards the end of the album that evoke or hark back, I think, to some of their earlier works too. So I think if taste-wise you prefer their earlier material, there's still elements of this album to still enjoy. But what I liked about this album was the soulful feel to it. I liked the southern influence on it, the fact that it was a little bit different from their previous works. It was very stripped down. You know, this is an album you're going to enjoy if you like bands when they strip down a bit from the heavy music and they go for something a bit more light touch. But this does so very, very effectively. There's a lot of powerful songs on here. I'm going to break down into some of the tracks now a bit more. Like Waters Rising is a moody opener showcasing Cammy's vocals from the beginning. It's kind of pretty leitmotif. It's a very tasteful track, very enjoyable. I love the video for it with the ocean background and everything. Kind of very calming song, just on the whole. I liked Hearts of Stone a lot. Again, they're using these guitar chords with an echoey twang to them that kind of give you that southern feel, I think. The Lighthouse had a bit of a sort of, you know, there was a lot of soul to that song. It has that sort of really neat guitar lick that they were using at the end, I think, of Cammy's vocal lines. Great song. One of my favourites from the album is probably The Lighthouse. A little bit of a gospel element to that maybe as well. Lots of other good tracks on this album as well. I liked The Spring of 21, a beautiful piano piece that was just an instrumental that broke up the album. And I think at this point in the album was where it took a slightly different direction. We got a track like Just a Day, which was one of the more heavier, harsher tracks that I feel you're going to like if you enjoy some of the older, heavier, more doom metal aspects of Oceans of Slumber. So where do I stand? What sort of score would I give this album for Oceans of Slumber, Starlight and Ash? Well, I think it's a pretty strong album. I did feel there were times where they cut off the songs a little bit too soon for my liking. I felt that there were songs that had potential to, and maybe it's just my expectation with Oceans of Slumber, I'm so used to them really going big, that some of the stripped down aspects of this album came as a surprise, and at times I just felt like some of the songs ended a little bit too soon for what I was hoping for. But despite that, this is a very strong release from Oceans of Slumber, so I'm going to give this album an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys all for watching. Do drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos. If you enjoy reviews, lists, rankings, all that sort of thing for music, for hard rock and metal in particular. I do sometimes occasionally also do videos on sci-fi, fantasy and horror too, if you're also into that sort of thing and that floats your boat. Otherwise from me, take care everybody. Have great Friday evenings, weekends. Otherwise from me, take care. Bye for now.